Okay. I don't know. Still don't know how to really do this. Yeah, I still don't know if I should address someone watching or just talk as if it's like me talking to myself. But regardless, I was thinking about, I guess agency is what it would fall under, but just like generally trying to not care about what people think about you, and like how many examples I have in my life about like small shit that I do. I feel like no one talks about the small shit. Like if you're in the car, like this is something I do. Like I usually listen to music when I'm in the car, and it's usually like Punjabi, like upbeat music, so I'm like fucking like flailing around with my hands and like dancing and shit. But whenever I pull up to a red light, or even if I'm on the highway and like, you know what like two people, me and one other person, are going the same speed so they can see into my window, I'll like stop dancing because I feel like I feel nervous about what are they gonna think about me dancing. And it's like, it's so stupid. Like even saying it out loud sounds dumb, but it's like a real thing that I've dealt with and still like deal with. And like using that phrase, like dealing with it, makes it seem like a bigger thing than it is. And this is not like debilitating or whatever, but it's just something that like happens to me. And it's so I don't know, it's just so dumb that I do that. And I've been trying to this guy is fucking on my ass right now. I've been trying to be better about like continuing to dance, I guess, even if I pull up to a red light and someone's next to me, or two people, me and one other person, are going the same speed on the highway or something like that. And in the beginning when I did that, this guy's okay. I was saying, yeah, in the beginning when I did that, I used to get like, I didn't used to feel a sense of satisfaction, I guess, because in my ideal world, when I pulled up to a red light and there was a car next to me, I would keep dancing without thinking, like, don't care about what they think, right? It's like when I'm dancing in the car and I'm just driving, like I'm not actively thinking in my head, don't care about what other people think, just do what you want, right? But when I pull up to a red light and I push myself to keep doing that, I do. And I used to get mad, like, bro, this is not the situation that I want to be in. Like, this is dumb that I have to tell myself to keep dancing. But it's like, it's not fucking dumb. That's the conclusion that I came to. Because like that is getting over it. Like that is courage. I was watching this podcast from a guy called Chris Williamson. He runs a podcast called Modern Wisdom that I love. And he's really big into quotes. And there was a podcast he had, I don't remember who the guest was or even who said the quote, but I'm gonna butcher it, but he mentioned an idea that like really resonated with me, which was that like courage or bravery is not doing the thing without the feeling of fear. It's doing it in spite of the fear. And that's true, but at the same time, it's hard to think about what that actually means. Is like people say, oh my god, I feel like this sounds dumb, but okay, whatever. But people say like all this shit, like they'll put out these like platitudes of how to live life, and it makes sense. But it's like it also doesn't make sense. Like, how do I live by that? Like, what is an example of that? Like, I'm a very, I feel like, low level thinker. Like, I need to understand stuff at like the lowest level. It's like very step by step. Like, it depends. If I don't understand an idea, right? It's like I need to go to like the lowest level. Like tell me where to click on my computer, or like what to type in command prompt if I don't fucking understand. I don't know. But why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, courage and whatever. Yeah, because he said that, and I was like, okay, it makes sense, but like, what does that mean? But like, this example of dancing, I thought was a great example from my life. It's like, my goal eventually is to be, I guess bravery is not the right word, I guess indifferent is the right word, right? My goal eventually is to be indifferent about what people think about me when I'm dancing. And although that might sound like not even having the thought, right? Like when I'm dancing like on the highway, I don't even have the thought in my head of what are people going to think about me. It's only when someone pulls up that I think about it. And that is also the end goal, to not even think about it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, action is the end point, right? Like, whether or not you're thinking about what someone next to you in the other car is thinking, I said thinking like 6 times, but whether or not you're actively thinking about what someone in the car next to you is thinking about you dancing, doesn't even matter, right? Action is the end point. Like, if you're dancing in the situation that you want to be dancing in, that is in itself indifference. And doing that over time, while having the thought, like having to actively think to yourself, like, don't care about what they're thinking, do what you want, don't care about what they're thinking. Doing that again and again over time will eventually lead you to the end goal, where you've already been doing the action, but the mental will follow it, of like, you genuinely don't even think about it. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about like dancing at like parties and stuff, because I used to be super shy, like dancing at parties, like on a dance floor, not even like a performance, like the dance floor is open. I used to never fucking go on the dance floor. And I'm still like, I still have a little bit of that in me, I think, like that shyness, but I've gotten a lot better at getting over it, because that came from a place of like, dude, people are gonna look at me and think I'm dumb, and it's like, bro, no one gives a fuck about you. Like, it's so, oh my god, it's like, no one gives a fuck. And it's like, that might sound bad, but it's so good though. Like, if no one gives a fuck about what you're doing, like, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, and it's not like a nuisance or whatever, just do, like, who the fuck cares about, like, if you're dancing wrong? Like, it's such a stupid way to think about things. And like, okay, stupid is the wrong word, because it's like real. It's very real, right? It's like you have this fear about like, fuck, dude, like I'm gonna do a dance move wrong, and then everyone's gonna look at me and start laughing, and then, oh, that's another good point. Alex Hormozy is this entrepreneur, huge, like, very successful entrepreneur that I follow, and he was talking about the idea of like embarrassment and why it's so powerful. And he said it's because we often like subconsciously catastrophize towards death. So what does that mean? It's like with this dancing example, right? It's like, I'm gonna do a dance move wrong, and then people are gonna start laughing at me, and then everyone's gonna laugh at me, and they're gonna kick me out of the party, and I'm gonna die, right? And it's like, that's not how it works. So, but yeah, I used to be so shy, and I would just like never do anything, and I would never go dance. And it's not that I didn't like to dance, bro. I fucking love to dance, like, but I would only really do it in private. But I was thinking about this one time, like, I didn't get over this. I still haven't really got over it. But there was, my brother had a graduation party, or I guess like, it was like more of a send-off party. He got into fucking med school, which is like, my god, dude, that guy's smart. so he had a send-off party, and like it was like a, you know, typical like Indian function. Like there was performances, speeches, and like we had an open dance floor after. And I just remember that so clearly, being like the first time that I can recall ever in my life where I was dancing, and like I was just having fun, bro. And oh my god, dude, it was such a freeing feeling. Like I just didn't care. I didn't give a fuck about what other people might have thought about me dancing. And the ironic thing is they didn't think about me dancing, right? That's the whole point. Like, they don't give a fuck about you dancing, bro. And like if there is a person that's like sitting there like watching you dance, like who gives a fuck about what they think, bro? Like they're too shy to dance anyways, right? And like I know, because I used to be that fucking kid, dude. I would be the one sitting on the side of the dance floor, and I would be watching people dance, and I would see someone like stand there awkwardly because they didn't know what to do, and they were just like dancing what I considered to be bad, which is another thing. Like, who the fuck am I to say that it's not? But I would sit there and think like, oh my god, dude, that's so embarrassing. Like, oh, that, like what the like, what the fuck does that like? How fucking, if anyone thinks that, right? Like, how small and how empty is your fucking life that you need to. This sounds so harsh, and it kind of is, but it's like I'm talking from a personal point of view, because it's like, how fucking insecure do you have to be that you can make fun of someone else for trying to get over some fear, right? It's like, how fucking, the answer is very, because like I used to be that kid, and I used to be very insecure too. But yeah, that party, I remember like just being the first time I was just dancing, and I just did not give a fuck what other people thought about me. And this is another good example. I had a point on that party where someone did actually like tell me like, bro, why are you dancing like that, type of deal. And dude, it like, okay, to give some context, right? And okay, I don't know if this is the right history or fucking not etymology, but I don't know if this is the right fucking whatever. But like in North Indian like folk dance, there's a couple main types. There's one which is Bhangra, which is like, generally speaking, like guys do Bhangra a lot more. And then there's something called Gidda, which is more like feminine leaning. Like that's mostly like women do that, right? And I don't know why, but a lot of times at like Indian parties, like when a song is playing, I start doing Gidda, which is like the girl one. And I don't know like what it is, like maybe I got a little bit of gay in me, I don't know, but I just fucking like it, okay? Like I just enjoy it. And at this party, I was dancing, whatever, and I started just doing like Gidda moves. And this person came up to me. Well, they didn't. It's not like they were like sitting and walked up and came up to me. But they were also on the dance floor, like next to me. And then they turned to me and said, like, bro, like, why do you do Gidda all the time? Like, why is that the thing you turn to? And I was like, bro, like when I told her, I was like, bro, it's because I was like, fuck, my god, I can't speak. Oh shit, I think I missed my exit. I don't know. Wait, no, I didn't. She was like, yeah, dude. She was like, bro, why are you doing Gidda all the time? And I was like, bro, because I fucking want to. Like, do you have a problem with that? And like, bro, like, 12-year-old me could not fathom having that discussion. It's like, I couldn't imagine, first of all, dancing in the first place. Second of all, having someone tell me like, bro, like, why are you dancing like that way? And third of all, like, saying, because I fucking want to. Like, oh my god, I could not imagine that. But it was like, that was so freeing. And it's not like, oh my god, this is another idea of like flipping the switch. Fuck the idea of flipping a switch and like shit clicking. Like, shit does not click, bro. It's like a daily, like, you need to slowly like just fucking work at it and eventually you get better at it. Like, what I mean to say is like, it wasn't like after that party suddenly like every single party I went to was the life of the party. I didn't give a fuck about what people thought, because it's like you still have that in you, right? Like that I went to a party or two after that, And I kind of fell back down to how I was before, which was like, you know, like I was like nervous about what someone would say, and like, and this was after my brother's grab, right? So it's like, it's not like you do it once and then it fucking clicks. Like, that's not how it works. But this has been 15 minutes so far. I'm gonna stop it here because I need to fucking see where my directions are at.